Guys, Peter Roberts here. Clear out your fridge, clear out your pantry. We're talking about the Whole30 challenge or the Whole30 diet and all the foods that you are not going to be allowed to eat for the next 30 days. I'm going to give you the lowdown on this diet, who it's good for, who it's not good for, is it worth giving up all of those foods for 30 days, what you might get out of it. I've done this diet myself. I've seen many other people do it and report back to me. So I'm going to give you the full scoop on what it's all about and whether or not it could be a good fit for you. So first off, what is the Whole30 diet? Well, it is a popular online diet. There's also a couple books based upon it. And what it is, it's basically an elimination diet. What that's gonna do is it's gonna ask you to eliminate completely 100% all of the foods that we know are common sensitivities and causes of sort of irritation in the body for a lot of people. Now, you may or may not be sensitive to some of those foods, but that's the point. It's going to get you to understand and learn that stuff. So you are going to clear out the fridge quite a bit, eliminate many foods, and stick to it 100% for 30 days.
You eliminate these foods 100% for 30 days, no cheats, no slips, no excuses. If you want to accurately evaluate what your life is like without these potential dietary triggers that may be disrupting your hormones, disrupting your digestion, or firing up your immune system, you have to completely eliminate these foods. 100% completely eliminate. Think about it this way. If you had 10 cats, and you wanted to see if you were allergic to cats, so you got rid of 9 of your cats, would you feel better? Maybe you would feel better, but you still have 1 cat. How are you supposed to figure out whether you're allergic to cats when you still have a cat around?
Their pitch is give us 30 days to change your life. Well, is that a good idea for you or not? Let's find out. Now, the Whole30 diet is asking a lot. It's gonna ask you to completely eliminate a lot of the foods that you probably really like. But hold on, let's stay positive. Let's start with the pros of this approach. Number 1, it's going to eliminate all of the foods that you may have a sensitivity to. So if you suffer from any kind of an autoimmune disease or any kind of a digestive disorder, and I'm just going to link to all of the symptoms and stuff below because there are way too many to just list and throw it at you right here. But if you suffer from any of those things, again, check them out below, chances are you're going to feel a little bit better by the end of this. You may feel a lot better if you suffer from many of these things. Number 2, you're probably going to be eating just way better in general because you're going to reduce the amount of processed, sugary, kind of crap, garbage food that you probably eat at least a little bit of in your day-to-day diet, and you're going to eat a lot more fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and things that have tons of nutritional value. So right there, you're going to get a boost in energy and how you feel day-to-day. Now, last thing is you're probably going to lose weight. Now, that's not necessarily the goal of an elimination diet, but by virtue of the fact that you're eliminating many of the very calorie-dense refined foods and replacing them with whole natural foods, you're probably going to eat less, you're probably going to feel more satiated doing so, and that's going to lead to body fat reduction for the vast majority of people. Now, the other thing that I love about the Whole30 diet is that it really gives you some resources to be more successful. It gives you shopping lists, food lists, recipes, and all of that back-end stuff that makes you more successful with any diet when you have it. It gives you resources to do better, and that's something that a lot of diets miss. So good job, Whole30, way to go. That was a virtual high five. So there's definitely some pros to the Whole30, obviously, right? And people get great results because of that. But what about the dark underbelly of the Whole30? What about the cons? Well, there definitely are some. So first off, if you're like the average person and you're just looking to feel a little bit better, to lose a little bit of fat, it's way overkill. You don't need to do a complete elimination diet in order to achieve that goal. You can do something that's much easier to implement, that's much less strict, and still see really good success with that. So that's probably the biggest flaw of the Whole30 for the average person. With any diet plan that's for a limited amount of time, like the Whole30 is a 30-day challenge, where do you see yourself on day 31, 32, 33? Because most people who do these types of things have a short-term fixed mentality that says, okay, great, I'm gonna do this and feel really good, but then by day 31, I'm gonna dive head first into a big bowl of chocolate like that guy from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And if that's your mentality, then you really gotta question why you're putting that effort in for 30 days to begin with if you're basically gonna completely lose it, and in a year from now, it won't have made any difference. You can look at the Whole30 diet compared to other elimination diets, and some other elimination diets are going to be more strict, some are going to be less strict, but the basics are pretty much the same. So the main thing you want to understand is what are you trying to get out of it? And if it's just basically long-term fat loss, a little bit of a lifestyle change, it's probably overkill and you should stick to something that's going to be easier to implement for the long term. Remember, with any diet, if you're not 100% confident that you can maintain the basic tenets and rules of the diet indefinitely, then you really want to question why you're even doing it in the first place, because in a way you're just setting yourself up for failure and disappointment when you eventually fall off and go back to your old habits. So should you try the Whole30 diet or not? Well, you should try it if you suffer from some autoimmune disorders or from some digestive problems that really probably demand a pretty hard reset to figure out what's going on. I'm going to put more information on that below, like I said, so check that out if you think that might apply to you. Guys, Peter Roberts here. Clear out your fridge. Clear out your pantry. We're talking about the Whole30 challenge or the Whole30 diet and all the foods that you are not going to be allowed to eat for the next 30 days. I'm going to give you the lowdown on this diet, who it's good for, who it's not good for, is it worth giving up all of those foods for 30 days, what you might get out of it. I've done this diet myself. I've seen many other people do it and report back to me. So I'm going to give you the full scoop on what it's all about and whether or not it could be a good fit for you. Stay with me. Now, the other type of person who I'd recommend this diet for is someone who just wants to have a journey of learning and discovery about how their body reacts to different foods. And this can be really useful information because it's going to help you feel better and help you navigate different food scenarios in a way that works better for your body. But for the average person who is just looking to lose fat and feel a little better, it's probably way more restrictive than you need to be. And what I would recommend is doing a more gradual, progressive approach where you just start making some smaller changes that you're 100% confident in your ability to commit to long term, and just taking a step-by-step approach. If you have any questions about this diet or any other diet, please put it in the comments below. I'd be happy to help you out to try to find what's going to be the best fit for you. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you guys have success with whatever diet and nutrition plan you are following, and I will see you in the next video.